A lot of people interested in this one.
All right, we've got 2 tickets to Hunks at Baldini. Just be the 4th caller with the correct answer to win 336-6270. So here's your question. How old was the first person to invent the popsicle? So how old was the inventor of the popsicle? 11, 30, or 57?
If you think you know the answer, be the 4th caller right now, 336-6270. NBC's Edward Lawrence is going to be live from Washington with a little bit more on how lawmakers are reacting to FBI Director Andrew McCabe's resignation. What it means for D.C. coming up.
Welcome back, everybody. 6:21 on your Tuesday morning. Deputy Director of the FBI stepped down effective immediately. This comes on the heels of criticism from the president of being biased. Now the House Intel Committee voted to release a classified memo critical to some surveillance abuses.
We've got NBC News correspondent Edward Lawrence joining us live in Washington. Edward, there's a lot going on this morning.
There really is. Bill and Melissa, good morning. First of all, but Republicans are going to use that memo that you mentioned there to say that the wiretappings into the Trump campaign that started the Russia investigation were politically motivated.
And it's a big speech and important.
President Trump, critical of the Russia investigation, is getting what he's been pushing for weeks. Deputy FBI Director Andrew McCabe stepped aside effective immediately. McCabe planned to retire in March with full benefits. Now he's taken a terminal leave to reach that retirement date.
He certainly has voiced some frustrations with some of the actions by the deputy director, but the bigger issue is the president has full and complete confidence in FBI Director Wray.
The president previously tweeted that McCabe worked with a bias against him and for Hillary Clinton, pointing out that McCabe's wife's election bid received hundreds of thousands of dollars from a close friend of Clinton.
My supposition is that Christopher Wray saw something other than presidential tweets, that Wray saw something that said, I need to push Andy to the side.
McCabe took over the agency after former FBI Director James Comey was fired by President Trump. Comey last night tweeting praise for McCabe, saying he stood tall over the last 8 months. Adding fuel to the flames, the House Intel Committee voted to release a classified memo written by Republican Chairman Devin Nunes and staff, alleging FBI misconduct in the investigation into the Trump campaign, including surveillance of former Trump campaign advisor Carter Page.
I'm confident that if the full picture is seen, this memo will be seen as laughable. It will be embarrassing.
Democrats say the memo reflects only part of the story and will be taken out of context. Now, the memo won't be released immediately. The president now has 5 days to see if he wants to redact any of it or block the release altogether. Reporting live in Washington, Edward Lawrence. Now back to you, Bill, Melissa.
Edward, we understand that there's word a counter-democratic memo in response to the classified memo also exists. What's the latest with that?
Yeah, exactly. There is actually a counter memo with the same set of information that was written by the Democrats this time. However, the Intel Committee voted not to release that memo and only to release the the memo written by the Republican Chairman Nunes.
All right, we've got Edward Lawrence live in Washington, D.C. Thank you so much.
Your time now 6:24 as we take a look at a warm 7-day forecast, 60s. How does that sound? Because that's what we're hanging out in today, looking to touch a record, and well, we stay in the 60s all the way through into next week, and potentially this high pressure, dry, mild pattern could persist into the middle of the month of February. So no hope in sight yet. No changes to report in the forecast. Otherwise, spring may be making its way in a little early.
All right, we have got a winner this morning, and also a look at your morning commute. This is 80 at Sparks Marina. As you can see, things are moving just fine. Who got those tickets?
All right, congratulations. Our big winner this morning, Patricia from Reno. She gets to go with a friend to go see Hunks at Baldini's Casino.
Third one on the right.
That's right, the guy with the dreads.
Right. She knew the answer to trivia today. Do you? How old was the person who invented the popsicle?
This should be an easy one. 11.
I'm going to say 30. I mean, somebody's probably, doing something in the kitchen. I'm going to say it's 30.
Bill is right. It was 11-year-old Frank Epperson who left a cup filled with powdered soda, water, and, well, stirring it on his stick in San Francisco.
Are you kidding me?
Boom! Made the first popsicle in 1905. He debuted it as the Epsicle, but then changed its names to the kids when kids started saying it was their popsicle.
Oh, pop because soda pop.
Ah, I get it.
Very cool. I had no idea.